Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I am still here in this special hangar. We were invited by Toyota to bring you some excitement, and guess what? I have more coming from the GR brand. Check this out. This is a 2024 Toyota GR86, but guess what? As you can see, this isn't your regular GR86. This is a new for 2024 limited edition Trueno Edition. But before we get into this halo, that's what they call the color, halo sports car, let's talk about what's going on here. The GR86 really touches on a vehicle that existed for the first time 40 years ago. That would be, of course, what is known affectionately as the AE86. That was that Celica GTS hatch, rear-wheel drive car, light and a ton of fun to drive. Well, guess what? Fast forward to 2024 model year, and that is the same philosophy of this GR86, being a light sports car, rear-wheel drive, and definitely fun to be behind the wheel. Now, what's fascinating is that there's been a lot of vehicles that have more horsepower, that have crazier 0 to 60 times, but it really is one of those types of vehicles that you gotta get behind the wheel to truly appreciate. But what I wanna find out is, if you're looking for a sports car that isn't gonna break the bank, is this GR86 worth it at the end going with this special edition? Let's go ahead, let's dive into our 2024 GR86 Trueno Edition and find out. Right off the bat, the color. It's called Halo and it fits it to a T. It's sort of like a creamy white color, and I love what they've done with the stripes. That is something specific to this vehicle. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, how many of these are they gonna make? Only 860 of them. And think about it, it makes sense because GR86, AE86, 860. Now at the front of the business, I am so still in love with what Toyota has done with the redesign on this GR86. I really think that they did the style better than the sister vehicle, the Subaru BRZ. You still get all that great LED lighting, daytime running lamps, turn signals, and the headlights. One of my favorite parts is how aggressive the front of the vehicle looks, and we have those functional vents. So unlike the bigger brother, the Supra, that has a lot of fake vents, this has functionality on both corners, and really this halo color shows the lines very, very well. Another thing is that if you don't like halo, there's another color called Track B Red, nice bright red, which they also offer on this special edition. Now, as I kind of slide across the floor here in this hangar, you can still see that nice position of the grille, fully functional with our GR badge. Remember, GR Gazoo Racing, they handle all of the performance racing from rally racing to sports car endurance racing to track racing at Toyota. We have a special badge not only on the lower lip, a Trueno Edition, but also on the back of the vehicle. And if you're wondering, why do they call it the Trueno Edition? It's because originally the AE86 was given the nickname Sprinter Trueno, and that's where that name comes from. So it's really that connection to the original from Japan. Now, up on that hood, nothing different from a standard GR86 except that beautiful flat black stripe. And I love the way it's just on the hood. They didn't carry it up onto the roof or really on the back. Gives it that nice kind of 80s vibe with the two-tone style. Now, as we come around the bend, I got a couple surprises. One of them is gonna be that this has something standard that now can be optional on other GR86s. What you're gonna find is a performance package. So when you go with this special edition, it automatically comes with the performance package, but you can get a GR86 Premium and spec it out with the performance package. What does that mean? Well, first of all, check out the wheels. I love the gunmetal gray finish, nice kind of saw blade style on the wheel. Really kind of gives it that nice balance between the two colors, and we have those great Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires on our particular vehicle here. Now, when you go Performance Edition, what are we speccing? Behind this 18-inch wheel, you have those 4-piston Brembo calipers, nice tomato sauce, bright red caliper. Brembo is a big name when it comes to braking performance. And then at all 4 corners, you have that ZF Sachs suspension. So there's a lot of different suspension companies out there. Bilstein, Fox, Sachs, lots of different suspension companies. Sachs really knows how to do the business when it comes to road course driving, and that's what this car is all about. It's about the twisty bits and the road courses. So when you go performance package on your standard GR86, the premium, you're gonna get the brakes and the suspension, but like I said, when you go with this Trueno Edition, it comes standard with it. So nice to have that extra performance. Now coming down the side, I'm gonna have Lori swing around and show the functionality of that side vent for channeling the air down the side of the vehicle, and really digging how they took the stripe from the hood and then split it up on the side door here. Another touch you're gonna find is on this special edition, we have gloss black on the mirror caps and gloss black on your door handles. So that's another interesting touch. And then I'm gonna see if Lori can show it, but they actually took Trueno Edition and with a little bit of gloss put it into the stripe. Very clean, nothing too obnoxious, and really kind of nails it to a T. Now, just like I said, with the original AE86, this is rear wheel drive, you get that limited slip diff, and when we get to the back, just like on other special editions, we have this larger duckbill spoiler, all gloss black to match the mirror caps and the door handles. Really has a nice kick up to the rear of the vehicle. You got your LED taillights, turn signals, the GR86 badge. That 86 has so much history. The Trueno Edition badge, and then of course, dropping it all the way down, you have that nice dual outlet exhaust, one outlet on each side, nice large opening for that flat 4 to scream. But speaking about the flat 4, let's pop the hood and talk horsepower of this GR86. All right guys, we got the hood popped. What's fascinating with this vehicle, it's not just about its lightweight, it's not just about its rear wheel drive performance, it's also about that engine. Having a flat 4 engine actually allows the engine to sit lower in the chassis, which helps with center of gravity. And of course, it's been that combination deal with Subaru and Toyota with development of the GR86 and the BRZ. But what are we looking at? We're looking at that 2.4 liter naturally aspirated flat 4, that boxer engine, 228 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque. The great news is 6-speed manual, which you know is the way I would go, or you could get a 6-speed automatic. And the great news is if you go 6-speed manual and you know what you're doing, you actually have a faster 0 to 60 time. 0 to 60, about 6 seconds, compared to the automatic is 6.5. But the biggest news is this vehicle weighs 2,811 pounds with the manual, has the limited slip diff, and one of those ways that they are able to get a nice light weight even with a modern vehicle that has way more safety equipment than anything from the 1980s, is we have an aluminum hood, we have aluminum fenders, and aluminum roof. But why don't we go ahead, we got the keys, why don't we fire it up and hear that flat 4 sing. All right, guys, we're inside this Trueno Edition, new for 2024. I love the way they have the different colors to choose from, the 2 different colors, plus the fact that you could go manual or automatic. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I want a true sports car. You keep talking about how it's so much fun to drive a sports car fast that does not have a ton of horsepower and that is really balanced, but how much is this? No official pricing yet. I'm gonna expect it to be maybe around $35,000, $36,000, but we'll see what Toyota has to say about that. But why don't we go ahead, let's see what you get when you go GR86 Trueno Edition to the door panels. I love what they did with the 2-tone. So up top, you got that microfiber suede material, then you have the bright red in the center, and it works well with the halo or the track B red color, the red contrast stitching on the armrest, and you have a nice pocket there for a large kombucha or a milkshake from Checkers. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, they did a great job keeping the dash far forward to give the passenger some good room. You slide on in, and of course you still have that newly upgraded 8-inch infotainment system. Working your way down, we got our GR start stop button, you got your dual climate controls, toggle switches, and then check it out. This is that 6-speed manual with the special shift knob. Actually says Trueno on it, and I like the way they did the leather. Nice short throws, crisp engagement, heel-toe downshifting is such a pleasure in this vehicle. You got the good old-fashioned mechanical e-brake, 2 stages of heated seats, soft material on the center console. You open this up, 2 cup holders, but I'm gonna easily put 4 Twinkies in there, USB-Cs and an aux jack, and one of my favorite parts are the seats. Love the microfiber suede material, the red accents. It is manual control for the passenger and the driver, but these seats are almost like Recaros with the way the bolstering is. And then of course in the back, if somebody needs to take one for the team, you could squeeze somebody back here. I don't know about 2 adults, but definitely 1 adult. If they want to go with you to the track and they don't want to ride in their own car, you could tell them to take one for the team and get into the back. But why don't you go ahead, get your butt over here. I want to show you behind the wheel because that's where you'll be sitting in this GR86. All right guys, business time behind the wheel of this GR86 Trueno Edition. I love where they're putting each car gets its own number plate. I guess my only thing is I wish they would have this inside the actual cockpit of the vehicle so that, you know, you could sit there at a light and just be like, wow, I have one of just 860 of these vehicles. But the great news is this one has the triple pedals for that manual transmission, nice aluminum pedals, perfect placement for heel-toe downshift. And that's important because remember, the GR86 does not have that automatic rev match downshift. I'm okay with that because it's all about the physical engagement of driving, and you have an aluminum dead pedal, nice little tasteful sill plate, nothing too crazy. Manual seat controls, I'm okay with that because they're easy to adjust and get it just about right. I actually just need to go like that, look, boom. 6 foot tall Joe Raiti. I still got some room in here to get my helmet on, and then the best news is I get to wrap my hands around this beautiful steering wheel. Leather all the way around, bright red stitching, the GR badge, remember Gazoo Racing, and then I love the dash in these particular 86s. So much information. You got your tach smack dab in the center, as it should be, and you got a little bit of Alcantara microfiber suede material on the hood. But guess what? You're gonna be surprised. We're gonna show you under the trunk and show you how much room there is in this GR86. All right guys, one of the things that I think surprises a lot of people is that Toyota actually gave it thought that people are gonna wanna go do an autocross event, go do a track day, and there's a lot of times things that you need to bring with you to those events, and you gotta have space. And this is where the big surprise is. Open up the trunk, you're gonna be greeted to actually quite a good amount of space, even with the rear seat up. And remember, that rear seat will fold down to even give you more space to the point where you could get 4 wheels and tires track mounted sitting back here. And of course, a nice set of jack stands and a jack to do that change. But it's the thought, it's the process of going through the whole vehicle, and that's something that with this Trueno Edition, Toyota and GR really put a lot of thought and time into. But let me know what you think. If you're kind of looking for that unique sports car that you could have the purest of driving engagement, do you think this 2024 GR86 Trueno Edition is the one for you? Let me know down in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family. Of course, we need to give it up to the guns behind the lens. LG Raiti working that camera like a champ. Show her some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.